AC 30, he dodges out of the way. The stinger going into the ground, pulling up some loose and very thin layer of topsoil. The next one is there is another one of these scorpion people. This one much stronger looking and kind of brutish. That is running in from a different direction. Like they were all kind of guarding the tree. And it double moves to about here. It sees this gigantic mouse.
He hears it too. Marty, the cries of battle resonate from the stone.
Yeah, he moves behind the Hellstinger Scorpion, and his clicks and clacks, and maybe some of his language seems to herd the Scorpion forward. Okay, that was the Scorpion Folk Brute. Zephyrus.
Zephyrus is gonna leave the Shadow Plane.
Okay.
Does he get the warning about the mouse?
Yes, you're in the telepathic bond, so you get a +4 on your will save.
All right, let me just confirm my will save. I think it's a +13. I just want to be sure. Yeah, I have a +13 will save, so that makes it +17. So, oh dear, I keep rolling shit. That was a 20.
Yeah, you believe the mouse is real, but it's squared off against these menacing-looking scorpions and Thurgus scorpions.
It's real. It must be on your side. It must be Zellara's help. You're not sure. It's just too convincing.
So
it's the avatar of Zellara.
But I think Zephyrus is not being sure. Zephyrus is probably still going to try and avoid the mouse for a bit until he's a bit.
Probably, yeah.
Sure.
Okay, so what Zephyrus will do instead is he will move out of reach from this guy. I can't quite do it because the map doesn't allow me to exit. He wants to get closer to Tech so that he can cast some supporting spells on Tech.
Okay. Yeah, you move right by the gigantic scorpion without it attacking you because it seems to be a little discombobulated. It's like not fully stood up.
Right. So that was an 80 distance move. I just want to check. So if I am hasted and I am but my flight is at normal walking speed, right? Because I have overland flight.
Overland flight is 40, so hasted would be 70.
Yeah.
So if you move back 10, that'd be one move.
All right, so that would be one move, and then I can still cast a spell, right? No, I don't. I can't cast a spell, but I can do another move action.
Yep.
All right, so I'm going to do a spell recall to recall the spell that I want to cast on Tech next round.
And that's a swift.
Yeah, it's a swift action.
Okay, you still have your haste attack.
Sure, I'll take a swing at the scorpion with my spell sword and my wand. So now we need to figure out the attack, given that I'm larger than normal.
-1 +1 haste.
If I can find my attack routines on my spell sheet, for some reason I can't. All right, right now. All right.
All right, swinging your absolutely massive necromantic scythe in two hands towards this beast.
Right. So I have a +16 attack normally. If I do a two-handed attack, so 1d20 +17, you said? So +1, right? Yeah, so 1d20 +17. That's a 34.
Yeah, with a satisfying crack, your scythe crunches into its backside.
All right, and then
and the base damage of a huge weapon of that variety is 3d6.
Okay. Does it take necromantic damage as well?
It is certainly a living creature.
All right, so my 3d6 becomes a 4d6. So 4d6 plus 17. So that's 33 damage.
You give it a solid crack, and you guys have almost killed this this gargantuan hellstinger scorpion.
Nice.
Yeah, it's looking pretty beat up. It will not take another round of you guys doing the same thing. Bukerbeck. Bukerbeck enters the plane. There are people yelling at him he's in the telepathic bond, yeah?
I believe he is.
Bukerbeck is.
Yeah, he is.
Okay, he'll make his will save against the. He makes it. Nice mouse is what he says. He'll come out running over. Maybe we could put this thing down in this round. Comes running over. He's gonna kick the Hellstinger scorpion.
Yeah, he's a monk, right?
What do we got? Haste?
Yep.
No other buffs? No Bard Song? No Good Hope?
Good Hope's up.
Good Hope is up. Okay. I've been forgetting to add that. AC 25 is a miss. And then his haste attack would be AC 15. Alright, so he's trying, but not quite there yet.
I'll say in the telepathic bond, does anyone suppose these things feel fear, or are they mindless beyond even the most base of instinct?
Insects generally don't think too much of fear.
Crawling out of a nook of the tree is another one of these half-man, humanoid, half-scorpion things. It has a bow in its hand, drawn, and it's going to start firing.
What about these humanoids, though? They look like the sort that might feel.
It fires
in their bellies?
I hope so.
It fires an arrow at your massive mouse, and then we'll get.
Deflects off his armor. He's just shrugging off hit after hit. Just it only makes him more vigorous in his combat.
Let's see here.
Did he make his will save for interacting with it?
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at as a will save.
Okay.
Oh man. Of course he made his save with a 16. No. He spends the rest of the round unloading arrows on this gigantic mouse thing. He actually yells behind himself in this really, really strange language. Do any of you speak in Infernal?
Yeah, I think I got that one. Yes, I do have that one.
Okay. He yells back into the tree. He says, Priestess! Bring your Seth blessings up here!
They're calling for their priestess to bring blessings. It believes we've caught them unawares, but in a few moments they will rally.
We don't need no water.
Maybe we should not destroy the tree, though. It is a very powerful scrying tool. Or rather, divination.
I don't know, I feel like that tree's looking at me funny.
An oddly female-looking scorpion folk with more reddish scales and carapace comes crawling cautiously out of the nook in the tree. She simply takes cover and surveys the battlefield. Yeah, she just grimaces while looking at what she's facing. Faroesae.
I'll cast invisibility on myself,
Okay.
then take an action to step out of the shadows.
Okay, and Pixel's with you, or?
Pixel will be with me. Pixel will step out and will see that it's a little bit chaotic here and turn into a small tree.
Okay, she makes like a tree.
Right.
She springs to the ground. I'll be safe here. She says to you before she turns into a tree, "Please don't let Sephiroth's fireball me."
I'll do my best. And that's 3 actions. 2 to cast a spell, 1 to get out of the shadow, right?
Yep. And then
Okay.
the scorpion swarms are just swarming over their prize. Thurgus.
Right, so we're all here. Well, you all should know, Crojan's
Oh,
underneath all those scorpions. Goodbye.
Akram also shifted
Oh.
shifted out of the shadow plane and then lifts up into the air on his flying carpet. Oh.
So he is.
Crojan, who was that again?
The great beast from the tiger tribe that Thurgus defeated in single combat.
Ah, our diplomatic relation.
While you were off gallivanting with a storm of evil god.
Yes,
I'm gonna mess up the scorpion.
The one that's right in front of you.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm gonna start power attacking.
You shift your stance. You shift your grip a little bit. Bring the blade down in a power move.
Oh, I hit it right here.
You're also flanking with tech.
That's a 44
Yeah, you smoked the thing.
for 48 points of damage.
48 puts it at 200. The thing falls over and is unconscious. It's some of its legs are still twitching, but it's no longer attacking.
I'm glad I did not say I was raging. Okay, I am going
Bukerbeck gives like a little cry of victory. Arr!
Good job, buddy.
I am going to... quick, what do we think these things are?
Monsters!
Bane monster is useless. Okay. I got useless information from Bukerbeck, so I'm going to then spend a move action. Is that 5 feet or 10 feet?
That was 5.
That's 5.
Okay, so I think I can 5-foot step and swing at him.
Yeah, he came pretty close with his spear.
Yeah, so I got 1 attack, 1 5-foot step, a 3rd action for an attack, and then I'll take my hasted attack. So this one is at same 1d20 plus 26 minus 5. Does a 31 hit?
31 does hit.
And then the hasted attack is only a 28.
28 also hits.
I will put some hurt on this guy.
While the thing looks like it's wearing impressive armor, it's little more than like scraped together bones of large
91 points of damage.
large scorpions, and it's quite brittle. You smack right through it. 91 means this guy needs to make a fortitude save or die.
Well, that's across 2 attacks.
Oh, is it 2? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. No, he doesn't need to make a fort save, but you definitely bloodied him on the second attack.
Okay.
They are humanoid-ish, but also kind of bug, and they do bleed.
That's it for me.
I would guess they're outsiders because the tree has tapped into something that crosses the plains.
You can make a knowledge check on your turn, Makron, but that's a good guess while you're thinking about it.
Yeah, that one is, yeah.
Makronam is gonna... He's got 10-foot reach, I believe, with his little grabbers.
I think I can reach it. I'm a little guy.
Or am I thinking of him with his
Long arms spell gun.
long arms? Yeah.
Is he doing a slam again, or what's he doing?
I think he's doing his slam again.
So that's a 1d20 plus 23 again.
Yep.
Just just need to know if it's a 5-foot step or a move that might provoke.
Yeah.
Abnormal reach. There we go. Because of his blood rager, he elongates his limbs when he's raging.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, he steps up and then he's gonna slap.
All right. So slam is a luckily not a 1. That's a 25 roll.
That misses. You can attack 2 more times at a -5, -10.
He's got haste, right?
Yep.
All right. So it becomes not 23 this time, 18 the second time. 27.
That hits.
All right. And the damage is a 1d6 plus 15 and a 4d6 again.
No, he doesn't get 46.
No.
There's no sneak attack.
Ah, okay, just 1d6 plus 15. 21 damage.
21 damage. 112. This guy is very, very injured. One more slap will do it.
All right, and this attack is -10, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So it's 1d20 plus 8.
It should be. I thought it was plus 13.
Oh, is it plus 13?
If the first one was plus 23, wouldn't mind.
Oh, sorry,
plus
sorry.
13.
Yeah, sorry, I subtracted 10 from the 18. Sorry.
Hey,
28.
Mockernum downs it. He incapacitates the warrior.
Oh, good job, little buddy. That was all you.
Oh, teamwork. Oh, it makes the dreams work.
No, this place is not fuel for dreams. It is fuel for nightmares. Professor, what chaos do you bring on your turn?
What indeed?
Where
I
is
will
he?
pass
There he is.
concentration of the war mouse of the desert here to the crawling claw.
Okay.
He will concentrate on maintaining that illusion. I will expend 1 point, or what is it? It's a quick action to put up invisibility field, which is basically greater invisibility.
For you?
And then I will do a dual spell casting for my last 2 actions, and I will. I'm gonna do 2 phantasmal killers. One is silent, the
Okay.
other one is piercing. So I will mumble some spell sounds back here in the din of battle. I'll do the piercing one first, targeting the shaman.
Okay. And medium range, it is within range. And these creatures do have SR. Let me figure out what the number is before you roll. It's pretty high. Okay.
So it should be, with spell piercing, it's 5 lower than its actual SR.
Just add the 5. Just add the 5 to your roll. Yeah.
Okay. What do I roll for this? I forget.
D20 plus your caster level, and if you have any of the spell penetration feats, you would add those numbers as well.
Got it.
And I'll type
here you
in the SR at the same time. Okay. So your piercing spell washes over the creature. She shudders, and now it looks like she's looking for you, like she knows something happened, and she's looking around.
When the second one goes off, can I target her again?
Yeah, there's nothing stopping you.
I'm gonna do it again. This time with no piercing on it. Terrible. Yeah, nothing happens. And that's my turn.
All right, you got a 16. Yeah, so your second spell washes up against her. She's now hissing at the battlefield. She knows something is terribly wrong. As she's catching visions of things that she fears. What these things fear, I don't know. I just don't know.
I'm telling you, this mouse of the desert.
Giant battle mouse.
The mouse of the desert. All right. The scorpion warrior that ran behind the tree comes running back around the tree And you notice that there's some sort of weird shifting image about it. Like it cast a thing and came moving around the corner. That would be +2. It has 6 images.
Good for it.
So it cast and then moved. So it's gonna move a little bit behind where his buddy is. He does have a spear in hand, and he's waving it around. We'll consider it he has a regular spear, but he does have a 10-foot reach. Where is the other warrior? This warrior was fooled by the mouse, so he's launching javelins at the mouse, and there's an epic battle going on here with the illusory foe.
It's kind of like pawing at the big scorpion in front of it, using its like 4 10-foot cubes of additional space directly in front of it.
Who should attack?
If Tech pops some images, that's probably wise.
Okay.
Yeah.
He will attempt to acrobatics in. If you could give me an acrobatics check for Tech, I'll look up the CMD for this warrior.
Yeah.
Keep rolling that flank there.
I need to get him back on the thing. Plus 22. 20 plus 22. Good Hope 24. 36.
Yeah, no problem. This thing takes a pretty vicious swing towards Tech, but Tech is very bug-like and just simply jumps over the swing and then lands down beside it. And then he's got how many attacks? He's got his primary, his secondary, and his haste attack. So he can do two primary with his 2-weapon fighting, and 2 secondary with his 2-weapon fighting, and improve 2-weapon fighting, and then haste attack. So he can do 5 attacks.
And he is raging.
He is raging. Haste.
So that's going to be plus 26s.
Nice.
On the 2 primaries. Let's see. So that's 2d 1d20 plus 26. Oh, a nat 1 and a 31.
31's a potential hit. Tags an image.
Okay, and the confirmation on the critical miss is that it did not miss.
Yeah, one of Tech's feet landed in kind of like
missed.
A bit of a crusty soil where there was a sinkhole and his foot went in. He missed on that first attack, but he rebalanced, and then he's gonna just flurry in for 3 more attacks.
Yeah. 1d20 plus 19 on the next set, I believe, because it's -5 on this.
Yep.
Yeah. There's a 36 and a 35.
Potential hit. So D6 and a D5. Chewing through images, as you commanded.
Yep. And then, what are we at? Plus,
This thing is covered in desert mirage, my queen.
16 on the last one? 35.
Potential crit too if he hits. He doesn't. He's
There we go.
just like they are. He's striking illusory foes.
But he hit a lot of them.
Yeah, he hit a lot of them. Scorpions. These are the big things. So this thing is still just attacking the Professor's Mouse of Doom.
Mouse is putting up a good battle. He hasn't landed any hits, but he's been close.
Okay, there are no critical fumbles, but you are keeping the non-intelligent or near non-intelligent Hellstinger Scorpion from doing a thing. And given that its herders are also concerned with the giant mouse, yeah, this is not going well for them. The Scorpion Folk Brute. Well, your animal's fighting my animal. I really like cracking skulls, so I'm gonna move in. Where are we? This guy. Okay. Can't see you. You're a tree. Can't see you. See these two. So yeah, he's basically moving around, and he ends up kind of in your midst. This thing is wielding a polearm, kind of fashioned in the style of a fauchard. He also has a bastard sword on his back. Sephiros.
I think Sephiros is still gonna continue the quest to give Tech blur, so that Tech has some protection against attacks.
Okay.
So Sephiros is gonna move towards Tech to
All right.
within touching range.
Yeah, and because you're so big, I think your reach is 15, so you only have to move to here to touch Tech.
Okay. So Sephiros will move there and then cast blur on Tech.
Okay, your truly titanic Fant is flying around the battlefield, and you reach down, you touch Tech with a blur spell.
And then that's it. That's a move and a standard, so that's Sephiros.
Yep, you could have moved all the way up and taken a haste attack against the Scorpion Folk Warrior if you wanted.
Sure, I'll do that and help Tech out if I can do that.
Yeah, you realize that you're with great alacrity bestowed upon you by the haste spell. You put both your hands on your side and swing.
And this is a normal full attack with my haste, right?
Yep, you haven't attacked yet this round.
1d20 plus 17. Come on, Modron. Come on, Modron.
There's some slow...
Oh, I see what I did wrong there. Never mind. 28.
28 is a potential hit. He still has some images, and you strike one of the illusory images.
All right.
Oops. I accidentally did a thing.
Bukerbeck, edit undo. It's going to attempt to get rid of that last image. He will have to make his acrobatics check. He has been training in such things, though. Kind of. Plus 10. That's with Good Hope. Nah, he's going to get the AOL. That's alright. He'll be okay. AC 22. Nah, it doesn't hit a Bukerbeck. Bukerbeck pushes the spear off to the side. Bukerbeck's AC with a shield spell on Barkskin is 33. And then he's going to smack a few times. Missing, potential hit. Actually hits the guy and then choose the image. So he struck once and all the images are gone. He doesn't do very much damage, though. He didn't have a lot of his spells up. No Bard Song yet, right?
No Bard Song yet, but Good Hope Song.
Good Hope so. All right, so he managed to kind of flurry with his fists and kick the creature, kick out one of its legs, and he knocks out the rest of the illusory mirage that was keeping the creature safe. The Scorpion Folk Archer. Wow.
He unloaded his whole round, and he just didn't seem like any of those arrows even damaged the giant beast of a mouse.
We've got this flying massive elephant man. This guy who absolutely butchers things. This weird thing that's near him, and a couple of creatures. Well... Alright. Thurgus is 1, Makarnom's 2, Bukerbeck's 3, 4 is Tech, 5 is Sephiros. Let's see who the archer is going to try to arch. Really? Makarnom? Okay.
Give it to me.
You realize that the Scorpion Archer, the Scorpion Folk Archer, is probably someone to be concerned about by the sheer quantity of arrows that start getting loosed.
So he fires a hail of arrows at Makranam.
Yep.
Great. Is it more than 5?
Let me check. So
Oh no. Oh no.
he's rapid shotting and then firing twice. So he's firing 4.
Oh, good news, everyone.
Pew pew pew. Yeah, and this is the archer firing, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm just gonna roll 4 times, but there is a penalty on the last 2. So Nat 20, AC 33, AC 26, and AC 15.
Okay, so I'm gonna try and deflect, and that's my 4 AOs because
Okay.
because he's within my square or adjacent to me.
Yep.
And then let me just make sure that I'm reading this thing right because I haven't spent my immediate yet. I think I want to do determination. I want to issue a warning, and that's when my ally within line of sight would be hit by a melee or ranged attack. I could call out a warning, and the attacker has to re-roll the attack. So I want to re-roll the nat 20 as my immediate action.
Okay. Right.
What kind of warning do you call out to Makranov then?
Oh, duck down, little buddy! I'm gonna be swinging this sword a lot.
Yeah, you turn the sword sideways, and you're kind of like acting as a shield. One of them's getting by, and you're like, get out of the way. He re-rolls his roll, which is the crit. He gets a 43.
No.
It still hits him, but it's not a critical hit, so that's decent.
Wait, wasn't the? Oh, I see. Because I saw the first one was plus 23 and that one was plus 26.
Oh.
I got confused.
Yeah, you're right. So it's a plus 23. I was rolling your roll, so that's 3 less. AC 40, which does get blocked by your swing. So he rolls out of the way, and one of the arrows gets deflected by your blade.
Oh, thanks, Thurgus.
Ting 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 ting.
Okay. He howls in anger up from up in the tree.
You missed.
Zephyrus thinks of the telepathic bond. Will he burn?
He's a desert creature, survives in the sun. I think might have some resistance, but bugs do generally burn.
As a free action, you notice that this thing's tail is moving up above it, one of its quivers, and sort of dripping poison into the into the quiver.
Ooh.
That's cool.
Scorpion folk shaman. She does not like what's going on here. This is not. Who the hell are you people? We're just here to sacrifice a person to our evil tree.
Come on. Can a weird scorpion monster practice its religion in the desert here?
Yep. She did call out a name, or there was a name of a god drop. I don't know if it was too subtle or not, but she looks down upon your group. She is going to move and kind of dangle from this ledge, like crawling upside down with her insectoid legs. And then she cries out to the fell god of serpents and evil named Set.
Ooh.
She's able to angle it just enough so that she gets Bukerbeck but doesn't get those swarms. And negative energy begins to flow out from her form as she channels for 18 damage. Will save for half. On Zephyros, Tech, and Bukerbeck. Matt, if you could roll Tech, I will roll Bukerbeck's.
Yeah.
And then Zephyros, your will save.
A will save, you say?
Yep. If you have Deathless armor, you have resistance 10 to this. I don't know who's got that in this party. But...
Shit, I'm rolling shit. That was a... Okay, still 16?
16's not enough. You take the full 18 damage. 22 is enough, and 30 is enough. You'll take 11 for half. Sorry, it was 18 half 9. So 18 damage on Zephyrus, 9 for the others.
Has Tech taken damage yet this fight? Or is that left over from before?
The 15 damage he took from the Scorpion, I think.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Alright, so she moves forward and she channels. And I think that's 3 actions. Yeah, it's a move and a standard. You will face your end here. She's speaking in Bastani. It's somewhat broken. Faroesae, invisible but close to one of the brutes. It looks like he's stalking around to try to attack maybe Thurgus from behind.
Faroesae, I was thinking perhaps of black tentacles here somewhere in the black field on my turn, but if you have any other ideas...
Seems reasonable. I think I'm going to do a little bit of performance. I'm going to start Bard Song.
Okay, what form is the Bard Song?
It is going to be a lullaby on the pipes. So sound, yes.
This thing, he hears the sound and he's he's such a critic. His nose turns up at it. All of his body twitches at it.
I'm going to cast Cloak of Dreams,
which I think makes a lot of people around you want to go to sleep.
It would make people around me want to go to sleep, yes. There aren't really many people around me right now.
The truth speaker's gonna fall asleep right in the middle of our heroic deeds.
All right.
He's gonna forget everything.
We have to do it
No,
again.
he's lifted up. He's lifted up on his little carpet, so he's about 20 feet in the. He's 20 feet in the air, invisible.
It's only a 5-foot radius around me.
Okay, the scorpion swarm just seems to be moving around, kind of in the tree and out, and some of you nearby catch a glimpse of Krojan. Krojan looks like he's been stapled or crucified. With big stakes up onto the tree itself. 2 kind of in his arms, and then 1 through both of his legs. He's in a bad way. He looks like he's been stung 100 times, and has kind of this white pablum-like drool coming out of the side of his mouth.
I have a plan.
Thurgus, top of round 2, or round 3 basically, but.
Okay, I got this brute rolling up on me. Yeah?
Yeah, he's now turned around and he's looking for Faroesae. He's.
Yeah, no.
He doesn't like the sound.
Is the professor in the air?
Professor, I think, is flying. Maybe?
Yeah, I'm flying.
Okay.
Okay, so I can move under you.
You should be able to. I'll say in the telepathic bond, I plan on dropping some black tentacles back here to keep this fellow predisposed for a few moments if you want to continue your forward momentum.
Oh, great. It'll hold him in place while I kill him. And he does not take the hint.
Okay, he doesn't like the sound, but when the warrior approaches with the big sword, he does face off with you.
That's
is
one
Markinam
move.
on you? Or is
What?
Is Markinam riding on you?
No,
He was sharing my square. He was hiding underneath my feet.
Okay.
Makernam's
He can
flying
fly.
around, combative. Yeah.
That's a move. I think I want to activate a judgment as another action.
This particular specimen looks about 100 pounds heavier than the other ones, and his armor does look like he's picked up piecemeal from other creatures and has metal armor.
Yeah, so that sounds like we're gonna go with destruction. And what's my other one? Justice. So bonus to hit and bonus to damage, because that's what I do. I'm still not raging. I'm keeping my wits about me because I want to listen in on the Sacred Bond today. I'm kind of concerned that we haven't found the worm yet, and I don't want to be frothing at the mouth when we do. But I will power attack, and then so that's a move, swift, which is 1 act, and then I will spend an attack and a hasted attack. So that's, and now we have Bart's all kinds of stuff going on. 36 and 37.
Both are hits, just.
51 and 53 points of damage.
For 104.
Oh yeah.
I'm your foe. I don't know where you're going, but you best turn around.
He's not bloodied.
Understood.
He's hurt bad though. He like you his claws were all uppity and now they're kind of bashed down, and he knows he's in a bad fight. Makranam, what's he gonna do? I think he's gonna help with this Scorpion Warrior. He wants to go over with Thurgus, but he sees that Tech and the others are. He's gonna come flying in. Let me check to see if the Scorpion folk have combat reflexes. They do not. Or at least this one doesn't. Which means Makranam gets in, and he's going to do an attack. He gets a +2 because he's now flanking. And this thing's images are down. So he hits. What was it? 1d6 plus.
Bardsong is up.
Okay, 12, 14 with rage, and Bardsong's a +3, Matt?
Yeah.
17, 19 with Bardsong and Good Hope, and then he is sneak attacking now because of the flank for 34 points of damage. And he will attempt to grab the Scorpion Warrior. Makranam's grapple check is +25, +2 for raging, +5 for all the bonuses, +1 for haste, +6 for all the spells that are up, +2 for flank. He has grappled the large Scorpion Warrior. So he reaches out with a tentacle with a slap across his face, and then wraps his little tentacles around the thing's head and sort of slurps up to the back of its head, and the thing is freaking out as tentacles have wrapped around him. I got him! And then he gets 2 more attacks in melee at a -2. There's a +6 with all the spells that are running. 8. Where is his bonus? 25, 26, 27, -2 is 25. He hits AC not enough, and then not enough. Okay, yeah, he missed twice because they're of attacks. All right, but he does have the thing grappled, and it is not looking happy. Professor, you've had 2 of your spells fail as you've learned that these creatures, maybe their scales allow them to have some sort of natural resistance to magic. But they are creatures, and they are bleeding, and they're talking and breathing and moving like living beings.
The Crawling Claw will continue to concentrate on maintaining the illusion of the warrior mouse of the desert.
Yep. Which is keeping these two busy.
Yes. Well, I do believe you have this one taken care of. I don't think it requires any more of my spells for the moment. Let's see. I will do dual spell casting, but first I will pay 3 arcane points to increase the DC by 2 on spells I cast this turn. And I believe I'm going to do Feeble Mind and Black Tentacles.
Okay, who's the Feeble Mind on?
I'm gonna try and hit that lady again.
The caster again. Okay. SR26.
Yep. 1d20 plus 12. Nope.
Okay. The spell washes up against her resistance.
Yep, and then I will throw.
She's
the black
looking. She looks at Zephyros. The group of people that are here is Thurgus. She knows there's a caster, and she's really annoyed that she can't see it.
What did you just cast? Sorry, I just
Feeble mind.
Feeble mind.
That would have done it.
Oh yeah, she would have just become a big scorpion monster, as opposed to a spell-casting scorpion monster. Okay, what was the second spell? The black tentacles.
Yeah, I was thinking it's a 20-foot burst.
Okay. Bursting out of the ground, a bunch of inky black rubbery tentacles grab at the Hellstinger scorpion and the Scorpion Folk Warrior. Give me your CMB check for the spell.
Yeah, so hold on, let me just. I use my. Where did it go? I believe I use my caster level to do CMB. And the DC should be increased here by 2 because of.
It's not a DC, it's a combat maneuver check.
Oh.
So it's your caster level plus 5, 1 of its size, 4 of its strength. So it's 1d20 plus 17.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then the black tentacles doesn't get any of the benefits of Good Hope or anything like that.
I don't think so.
No. But
32?
No save, no SR, so that's not
Yeah. The CMD of the really big scorpion is 37, so it is not impacted by your tentacles this round.
Mm-hmm.
It is difficult terrain for it though. But the scorpion warrior, the scorpion kin warrior, his CMD is 28, so you did grab him.
Nice.
And then your tentacles squeeze and do damage.
D6 plus 4.
Crunch.
1d6 plus 4, 9 damage.
Okay. He howls out for help in Infernal, but nobody's caring. Tech, I think, is gonna murder late to this Scorpion Folk Warrior.
That seems reasonable.
Matt, if you will.
I would be happy to. So he's raging. Good Hope and Bard Song are up. Let's do the first 2 plus 29. 36 and 31.
Yeah, you hit. He doesn't
All
have
right.
he doesn't have any images up.
So that's 2d8 plus let's see. Is he power attacking? He's not. 25. 34 plus another 25 is 59 damage.
59. It is badly injured, but still alive. You probably need one more attack, maybe 2.
Can we throw the haste attack's a single attack, right?
Yep.
Let's throw the haste attack on there. 1d20 plus 24. Oh, nat 20.
Critical
20
threat.
plus 24.
Critical
34?
hit. Critical hit. So he
Right.
slashes a bunch of times and then buries one of the ends of his double blade into the thing's chest for a standard crit damage, and a major death.
That is the max crit effect.
Damn.
Well, yeah, major death is really bad.
That's
Major death?
Major death.
Only general death is higher than him. In
exactly.
ranking.
Major death reporting for duty, sir.
So standard critical damage is double damage, right?
Yep.
So 2d8 plus 50 is 60 damage plus major death.
And major death, give me a d4.
3.
4 is the worst, but it's possible decapitation, DC 30 fort save or die, and even if it makes it save, it gets 3d6 con damage.
Oh, jeez.
Fort save is DC 30. Oh my goodness. It doesn't roll in that 20. So Tech on that last attack, his haste attack, basically beheaded the Serpent Fork Warrior.
Ah!
So he's got 2 actions left. He could probably jump straight up to the branch with the caster.
He can attempt to jump like that, yes. Give me a jump.
And then take some attacks on that.
Give me a jump check for Tech.
Acrobatics jump is plus 46.
So he's
62?
on the ground, and for him to reach her, he needs to jump up 30 feet. And the DC to jump straight up.
It's brutal.
I know, it's high.
Do you need me to look it up?
That's what I'm doing right now.
High jump is 1 foot is 4. So
30 divided by 4 is...
50.
Oh no, every foot it's 4.
every foot is 4. How many feet up is he?
He's
30 feet. Yeah.
So he needs to like 120.
Okay.
DC 120?
all right. So what Tech is able to
Vertical
do?
leaps are like a
Yeah.
impossible.
What Tech is able to do with one move is to get up to this branch. He's
Okay.
actually on this branch now. Kind of hops a bunch of times and gets up there.
Yeah, that seems fine. Okay.
He has one more move left, right?
Yes.
Now, he could jump and hero action, hang out in the air, and then attack before he falls, or he can continue to kind of jump and navigate up this tree.
I think let's navigate up the tree so that we're kind of hanging out where the cleric is kind of hanging down.
Okay. Does he want to? He didn't put up long arms, so you want him right in there.
Yeah, let's get right in there.
Okay.
He's in the telepathic bond, right?
No, he's the
Oh,
one
he's not.
outside it.
Shit.
Blueprint's in there.
All right. And then a acrobatics check for Tech's last, or is he? I think he's just soaking in AOO. She is going to try to clip him.
Okay.
No, he's hasted. He can actually make an acrobatics check and move half speed at that last little bit.
All right, let's do the regular old acrobatics check then. 29.
Okay. The
31 because of Good Hope.
Sorry, I've got a lot of tabs here. Where are my scorpion folk? Did I close it? CMD of 32. So she does get to clip him.
She does. Yeah.
All right. The stinger comes out and is going to come down on Tech. AC 30 is a miss. So she ends up stabbing kind of the tree, which is, for a dead tree, is very, very hard.
Yeah.
Knocks off of it, and Tech is right in her face. So if she starts casting, she's gonna have a bad time.
Yeah.
Good thing Tech has blur as well, in case she hits.
Yep. The big scorpions, this thing is stupid. It is now attacking the tentacles.
That's pretty dumb.
And the tentacles don't take damage, and it's just trying to snip at the at the grabby tentacles, and it's stabbing at it, and there's a snap at the illusory mouse, and the professor is confounding the nearly unintelligent creature.
The mouse, I think this is the moment it needs to land a finishing blow on the scorpion finally.
Scorpion Brute is going to try to punish Thurgus for his crimes against scorpion folk kind.
What did we call these guys? Scorptaurs? Scorptaur kind?
Scorpion Brute.
Alright.
Oh, there's the brute one at the bottom.
Yeah,
Okay, the massive Fauchard's coming in for a AC 42.
Ooh, yeah, that'll hit.
Alright.
Whoa. Don't you
AC,
blur or something?
AC 27 on the second attack.
27 will miss. Yeah, there is a 20% miss chance.
And AC 31, he
31 will miss.
does not have any ability to see through the blur. He does hit. And the poisoned Fauchard comes cracking in on that first hit to do some
You
damage.
need a fort save?
Yeah, the DC is 22.
39.
And I think you guys also have communal
We've
delay
got delay poison.
running, so...
Yeah.
Alright. Fauchards do D10 when they're small, 2D8 when they're large. Nice. Okay, 19 damage from the hit. Oh, sorry.
And that's
Not including power attack. Power attack would be... Oh, wow. Minus 4 plus 12, 31 damage.
okay. And it's a slashing weapon, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll take 3 off that.
12.
And then, oh, actually, I take 10 off because I have stone skin up. So,
His weapon
Comes up-
does not get through adamantine DR, so yeah,
Okay.
take 10 off the...
call it 21 damage.
Alright, so he manages to strike you once, but then you hunker down and are able to take the onslaught of swings. You do see that his stinger, every time he brings his blade back around or off to the side, his stinger is just coating the blade with his own venom.
I still think that's really cool.
That is very cool.
For the elite class level scorpion folk, yeah, giving them a thing.
It's like super badass.
Zephyros, if he could hit you, it'd be badass. 21
Yes.
damage isn't gonna stop.
Yeah, he hit me.
It's not gonna stop your onslaught. Zephyros.
So as Zephyros moves, he asks in the telepathic bond what damage he should use against the Scorpion Folk Shaman and the Archer. So in other words, acid, cold, electricity, or fire.
Ice.
Acid? Probably ice, yes. Sounds reasonable.
So Zephyros moves into a position somewhat here,
Okay.
and then he attempts to cast a lightning bolt in that direction, touching this guy
Yep.
and touching this guy. And he casts the lightning bolt using his maximize magic meta magic feat to maximize all the numeric values.
Okay,
That's
so
strong.
there's a 120 bolt of mega lightning that is cold lightning. Is that?
That is cold lightning. Yes.
Okay. You still have to break their SR.
Right.
Got some spell penetration feats though.
Yeah.
These fireballs all.
I have spell penetration and greater spell penetration, so that's a +4.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then let me just check.
It's an evocation spell, so you cast it at one level higher.
Okay, so that means I am a caster 14.
Yeah, and apparently
Right.
that hasn't been updated on your sheet. Give me a second.
13, yeah.
On
12th level plus 1,
Oh, oh yeah, we're 12th level. Yeah, okay, so that's
and then
13.
4 more for the spell
D20 plus
penetration.
17.
Yep.
Yeah.
22. I'm rolling shit.
You have a sacred bonus to SR checks as well from the third eye of spell penetration. So 2 more on top of that.
All right, so
That's still only 24, but yeah.
Okay. The 24 means it washes over the shaman, but it does zap the archer.
all right.
Oh, nice, good.
So that's 10d6 damage maximized. So 60.
The
Nice.
archer does not have evasion. He was 1 level away from evasion.
Never gonna get that one more level, is he?
Oh, so mean.
Almost had it.
What are you talking about? He could run away.
Yeah,
He still has a
could
really good
try.
reflex save though. 26 on the save. What's the DC?
What's the DC?
Neil?
I'm looking. This is a. Sorry, I moved away from it to keep notes of what I'm busy doing. So this is Lightning Bolt. This is his third circle spell.
Yep. 23, 25.
So 20 plus spell level. This is out of my mages, so it does not get my evocation bonus, I don't think. So DC
Why
plus
not?
spell. Oh, does it get it?
Yep.
Oh yeah, okay. Okay, so mages gives me plus 2 DC to this as well, so 5 DC, so 25, I think, is it?
Yeah, so it takes half damage.
All right, half damage, so that's 30 damage.
But it doesn't have any resistance against it. It just scrambled out of the way, and several of its legs got flash frozen.
All right. That's what I can do.
I need damage.
Oh, sorry, we
It was
already told you.
maximized.
It was
60.
maximized,
Oh, maximized.
so there's no
so
roll. Yeah,
What's the maximum
Half
damage?
is 30.
half is 30.
Don't you do more than...
This was just a maximized lightning bolt. Plus 5 damage for the evocation, if I get that bonus.
Yep. It's an evocation spell.
So 35.
35. No, it would be
32.
65, 32. Yeah. Okay. You've got their attention. Like, they're up in the trees. You're up in the tree. They notice that. The tree survived the spell. There's just a bunch of frost and rime that is around where the spell touched the tree. Bukrabek. I think Bukrabek sees a spellcaster that we're all trying to cast spells on. So he's going to attempt to dimensional anchor the Scorpion Folk Shaman to keep her from getting away.
That works, yeah, good call.
Unfortunately, he has a gauntlet of rolls now. So first he needs to strike with a ranged attack. Plus 10 with all the spells. That's a plus 6. 3 Bard Song, 2 haste. Yep.
3 Bard Song, 2
Good Hope,
1
1
haste.
haste.
He's going to evoke a personal trial against the Scorpion Folk Shaman to grant a plus 3 attack and plus 3 to damage against her. So he'll get a plus 3. He gets a 25 touch AC, so he touches her. Now, he's a 10th level caster. Let me check. Nah, his favorite class bonus was extra skill points. I was checking to see if he had the human bonus against certain types of creatures. So 1d20 plus 10. He gets a 26. He gets her. She is now glowing green.
Nice.
going anywhere.
She shakes at it. She may not know what it is. Her own claws are kind of trying to scrape it off, but then she just looks like she's pissed.
She won't be escaping.
Then he looks back that there's fighting going on over here. It looks like Thurgus is getting injured. Tech's a bit injured. So he's on the ground. He's going to start... Does he want to get up there with Tech? His travel domain allows him to hop as a spell-like ability, as a move action. So he could actually hop up there with Tech if he wanted to.
Dimension hop up.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
so Bukarbeck's going to dimension hop up into the tree.
Away, you foul things.
Scorpion Folk Archer. Maybe that was a bad move on Bukarbeck's.
This guy's about to
Bukarbeck's allowed to make mistakes.
Yep. But this bug thing is now threatening the cleric, so I think he's gonna unload on Tech.
That makes some sense.
Yeah.
All right, 16.
Did we ever find out what these things are, or has anybody made a knowledge check?
I'm going to do that next turn.
24.
They're
Curious.
Scorptaurs, and they have a long
Scorptaurs.
illustrious history of desert life.
All right, so 2 at normally 24, 25, 30, point blank shot. 27 with flank. -2. All right, so AC 44 critical threat and 33 against Tech in the rapid shot. 42 to confirm the crit. Does Tech have any?
It's got blur.
Yes, and I'm going
He
to
has
check to see if
haste
he's
as well.
got any. His racial ability is deflect arrows. Oh my god! So that first arrow, which was the crit, just goes. He slaps the arrow out of the way. And AC 33 is not. We're going to say it's always on the first arrow. So AC 33, I believe, does not hit a raging hasted Tech. No, it is exactly his AC. So he got tagged once.
Yeah, but he's got blur, so it's a 20%
blur chance. Yeah.
Yeah.
He got hit. All right, and then the other 2 attacks from the blade, from the bow, are AC 23, which is a miss, and AC 32, which is a miss by 1. We just learned. Okay, 1 hit. That could have been much worse. Tech has poison. Is poison, but there's a delay poison going on.
Yep.
Thanks to Zellara's portent.
Oh, I was going to do it anyway, but yes.
Yeah, we definitely were clever enough to figure out she was warning us of scorpions.
I actually oddly didn't pick up that hint and
Yeah.
thought, I don't know, maybe stomach acid is poisonous and will be in the world. If you want to know what I was actually thinking here.
Right, okay.
Oh, to be fair, you were just not metagaming because Thurgus didn't tell you anything about scorpions.
That's
Oh,
true.
well,
That's a fair
Well,
point.
but
you
yeah.
saw the
It's on
scorpion
the
crawling.
Oh, yeah, it was in the deck.
Well, I did, yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right, what do we got for damage here?
He gets 14 damage.
That's not bad.
And would have been poisoned.
You're foul! You're foul!
The Scorpion Folk Cleric. Okay, she's got to cast defensively now. These 2 bastards are in my face, and there's a guy rocking me with spells.
And you're dimensionally anchored to this shitstorm.
Yeah.
All in all, a great day.
I think she's gonna channel negative energy, and then she quick channels again, so she channels twice. So there are 2 saves that are needed from Bukerbeck and Tech. Here, I'll get Bukerbeck. These are will saves. He makes them both.
Ooh, everybody else is out.
6 and 10 is 16. It's got 25 damage, and then Tech. I need two will saves, Matt, against just an awful lot of negative energy that is flowing out of the Scorpion Folk Shaman.
Yeah. He's got.
You've
a
convinced her
+15.
that she should just burn all of her channels.
That's probably true. 34 and 27.
6, 9, 15. All right, I'll add the 15 damage to Tech.
Okay.
He's at 53 damage. There's a significant amount of scrapes and now necromantic scoring on his hide. That was her full round, standard and a move. Faroesae?
I'd like to do a knowledge check on these guys.
Yeah. Which one?
I'm curious about 2 things. I'm curious about what type of creature the Scorptaurs are, and I'm
Sure.
curious if the scorpion swarms would be affected by Cloak of Dreams. I know that I can't target them with sleep because there are thousands of individual creatures.
Yeah, but it's not a single target spell.
But it's not a targeted spell. Right. It's an
more a question
area of effect.
Are they immune to sleep?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I mean, scorpions sleep, right?
All right.
Depends on if that sleep is
First
mind
question is what are the Scorptaurs?
Yeah.
Give me a knowledge, nature actually.
One thing, they're real upset they picked today to come. to trade.
Knowledge nature is plus 28. 40.
While foul and you'd think crawled out of some sort of hell, they're actually just big, scary, monstrous humanoids. You know, with your 40, like 4 more pieces of information. So they are mildly resistant to fire, which is probably why they like desert terrain.
They're monstrous humanoids.
They are resistant to magic, and you've seen one of their standard spell-like powers is to create mirages to effectively do mirror
Right.
image.
Yeah.
They could probably run over you with their many legs, and their poison is poison that affects a creature's dexterity.
Okay.
There are some that look like they're clearly more skilled and better armed than others. Give me a knowledge nature and a knowledge planes.
Oh, actually, that's 28. A 48 and a 52.
Okay, you recognize that their base creature are vermin, and vermin are considered mindless, which means that they're immune to all mind-affecting effects, including charms, compulsions, morale effects, patterns, and phantasms. Your sleepy spell is a what?
Compulsion, I think. I think it compels them to sleep.
It's an enchantment compulsion mind affecting, so you know that you can't
Yeah.
you can't put regular just bugs to sleep. There's something odd about these bugs. With your 52, you're pretty sure that these are fiendish swarms.
Yeah. Fiendish scorpion swarms, too. Can't sleep them. Have to scrape them off. Let's finish these guys off. I'll continue Bard Song.
Okay.
And then I will move. That's
Yeah,
a
they're,
single.
annoyingly, they're going to be resistant to cold and fire, and even if you couldn't affect them with magic weapons, which you can't, they would have some DR. Uh,
Yeah, resistant to cold and fire, maybe lightning on them. It'd be nice to protect the poor fellow underneath them first.
this is
Do-
all being communicated in the telepathic bond, so
Yeah,
I'm
telepathic.
fine with that amount of information
Yeah.
going across. The scorpion swarms just look like it's not like they're eating them. It's like they have them where they want them, and they're just crawling all
Yeah.
over him.
Yeah.
He's been stung many times. The scorpion poison, with your roll, would
Oh,
affect
that was Dax.
Dex and strength.
Oh, okay.
This,
So he's extremely weak and pretty immobile.
Yep.
Was that one action for the knowledge checks, or was
So
that
one
two?
action for the knowledge check against the the scorpion folk, or the Scorptaurs, which is an awesome name for them, but that's not what they're called.
No.
Scorptaur
But that's
is,
awesome.
is tonight's name, by the way. Scorptaur, and then one knowledge check for the particular variety of.
Okay, so I'll make a single hasted move.
Okay.
To here.
Thurgus.
Well, knowing that he's a monstrous humanoid changes my plans. Yeah, I'm gonna swift action or one action, Greater Bane monstrous humanoids.
He looks at the blade and he makes a foul face as he senses his doom.
Yeah,
It doesn't take a tree of prophecy to know that the Greater Bane sword is not a good thing.
It's about to get real dark. And then I'll make 3 attacks.
Yeah, AC 32 with his armor. 49. Gross. It's like, why did I even put... Oh, you missed on your
Missed on
tertiary
one.
attack. He's finally like, I don't like getting hit. He's swinging his blade around, trying to block your horrible
I
blows.
will spend a free action of determination to reroll it.
Okay. He like brings your blade down and smiles, and then you twist your blade and then bring it in an awkward stance up, and you cut into his armor.
Is a 30?
Yeah,
30 still
32.
is?
32.
32. Okay, yeah.
He has an
Alright.
underplate
Got it.
in his armor.
I did my best.
Yeah.
Nice job, bud.
62 and 67.
Oh god. He may not have blocked that last attack. Give me a second. So 129
Mm-hmm.
is 224 plus 9, 233, and he's got 230 hit points. So that last attack dropped him to -3, which means that your AC 30 hit him. So describe as he's crumbling down and losing his life how you kill this being.
It's just not natural, and I cut off the scorp from the tar.
Okay. All right, with a clean strike, you separate the man from the scorpion body. Not natural, says the bear guy.
It's just not right. Pick one.
Oh, they're not true anthropomorphs.
Exactly. This is not an inherited race.
Eh,
It's a
fair-
bastard child.
Faroesae hears Thurgus's taunts, and with your sort of bardic knowledge and you're kind of skirting around what these things are. Thurgus actually, in what he uttered, "You're not an inherited race," might actually be wrong. This might be one of the fell gods who was jealous of the way that the inherited races were crafted, and one of his fell attempts at creating his own. You think that these things might be like horrible second generation poor, evil attempts at inheritor races. They could also be curses. Maybe these people were cursed.
Yeah.
Once men and now horrible scorpion beasts, but they're definitely along the same vein. Thurgus can have his biases though.
Yeah.
It's okay for me to be racist. Come on now.
Just Scorptaurs, guys.
Fantasy racism, right? All right.
Of course.
Mockernum
Yes.
Gobbler. Oh.
Yeah, don't clip that out of context.
Yeah.
Mockernum's he's drops out of rage. No, then his tentacles will be small. Yeah, it's fine. He drops out of rage, and then he's going to cast Long Arms, which I believe he can do with one of his spells.
Oh, what about this guy? Hey, it's the guy Thurgus beat up.
Yeah, he casts Long Arms. And then he needs to get closer. So he's kind of flying around the swarm, and it looks like he's going to try to like start pulling out the nails.
Okay.
Professor, and your illusions of doom.
Yeah, I mean that the crawling claw.
So this I think we missed this scorpion. So he had a chance to break free on his turn. The CMD is 10 plus your bonus to CMB check. So what would that be?
27.
27?
Yeah, 27.
Does he have a penalty for being grappled? I don't remember. Oh, it's
No,
just he gets a
he's
plus
breaking.
5 to maintain.
Yeah, so he on his turn he broke it, and then he managed to move out on his turn. So he's moved out to here at this point. This scorpion's stupid and continues to be in the square because it's like it thinks the tentacles are alive. And you get to re-roll your CMB at the beginning of your turn against the scorpion.
Nice. That was
1d20 plus 17.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's a good roll, but against the massive behemoth of a scorpion, you need a nat 20 with your caster level. So you don't grab it, but you sure are distracting it.
The crawling claw, concentrating on the mouse. The mouse is going to lunge forward and attempt to bite the stinger off the scorpion, but it just can't quite reach it for some reason.
Yep.
Just a little too far away, maybe.
The
And then
the theater of madness before the Knot of Woe continues.
And then the professor is going to do a move and then dual spell casting. So I need to get to, I believe, here. I'm going to fly up.
Mhm.
So this will be a hasted fly so that I am like parallel with the archer and the shaman so that I am 55 feet away from the archer, 45 feet away from the shaman now.
Okay.
I will maintain invisibility field for another round, and then I'm going to do dual spell casting. I am going to do silent pilfering hand and a silent telekinetic maneuver.
All right. Do either of these have SR?
So I think the pilfering they both do, but the pilfering hand is, I believe, SR on the object.
If it's attended, it gets their saves. And so if they're like holding it or if like it's on their body, it uses their saves.
Okay. So yes.
All right. So which spell on which? Let's do the Scorpion Folk Shaman first. What are you trying to do?
No, I'm doing the pilfering hand at the Scorpion Folk Archer.
Okay.
I'm not going at the shaman. So it was like 1d20 plus 12 is the SR check.
Yep.
31.
Yeah, you crack it. All right, so an invisible telekinetic force is trying to pull at his bow or his quiver, or what are you trying to grab?
Yeah, I'm gonna abrupt maneuver to try and disarm his bow from him.
All right,
So
so
it'll be my caster level as my combat maneuver, so 12.
and then your int
plus-
check. Oh my goodness. Okay.
Yeah, so that should be pretty good. Is this like a D20 roll? What is this? Or is this just a value?
It's a D20 roll, and you get all the bard songs and all that stuff.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah.
So it's 12 per caster level plus 11 int plus 2 for bard song, 2 for good hope.
3 for bard song,
3
2
for
good
bard
hope,
song, 2 for
1
good
for
hope.
haste. So a +6 from all the spells.
Yeah.
3 for bard song, 1 for haste, 2 for good hope, plus 12, plus 11. That should be it.
Ain't bad.
46.
Okay, his DC was 36, so you beat it by 10, which I think means the bow goes flying from his hands.
It comes towards me. It will land in my square. I'm not going to attempt to catch it. I will just let it fall, clatter to the ground below me.
All right, so you've taken the archer's bow from him, and it clatters to the ground near you.
Yep, and then I will do the telekinetic maneuver. I will target the shaman.
Okay, they're SR on this.
1d20 plus 12. Doesn't crack SR though.
Nope.
18. But hey, the archer doesn't have his bow. That's gonna be real inconvenient for him.
Super useful.
Yeah, she swings a little bit on her, like clutching onto the tree, and the archer, it looks like he's just going to come in for pincer attacks as opposed to firing his bow. That sucked. The Scorpion Folk Warrior, there's one of them, and he's still engaging this mouse, although he saw that brute die.
He's got to go a long ways around that mouse, though. to
Yeah,
get to the brute.
I think he's backing away, and he's like, "What should we do? Do I abandon the tree?" And he's not getting an answer back, and he's gonna cast Mirror Image for 6 images, of course. Tech.
Tech is gonna murder this priest, right?
Oh yeah, she didn't get away. She tried to blast you with necromantic energy, and you're just too strong. Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll do the plus 20.
She's got an AC of 26.
Oh, yeah. So his first attack here at plus 29. Actually, haste adds 1 too. That's plus 30.
Yep.
Those are going to be 2 hits. And then 2 more, including a nat 20.
Yeah, he doesn't have improved crit yet, eh? No, he doesn't.
The 38, though, confirms it, so one of them's a crit, the 4th one is a crit.
Butchery. Yeah, times 2.
And it's a standard crit. Alright, so that's essentially 5 hits, right?
Yeah, his haste attack?
Yeah, what the heck, sure. 1d20 plus 20.
25. Oh yeah, 20, you're right.
Yeah, 35?
Also hit.
Okay, so basically 6 hits. So that's 68 plus 150.
What?
174.
He strikes at every single one of the limbs that is holding on to the tree, and then when more start trying to grab, he strikes at them again, and finally her injured limbs can't hold on to the side of the tree, and he stabs her kind of in the chest, and she slides off of his blade. 174. She's got 120 base plus another. she's still alive. And I don't think any of them were above 50.
Nope.
Right? Okay.
Nah. Tail hanging on?
Her tail is hanging on. She's hanging on by a thread.
Fall damage?
Yeah. She's climbing, so she does need to make... I think she needs to make a climb check for every time she got hit. Let me just look at that roll.
Okay.
Grease the tree. Grease the tree.
Actually, if she falls, that would save her. Unless all the hits land.
All right. The DC of this tree where she's hanging, because she's hanging upside down, is 20, because it's got a lot of handholds. Her climb, they don't have racial climb.
Maybe
Okay.
she took it as a skill.
She needs to make 5 checks at 1d20 plus 15. She's got a good chance of making this. No, the nat 1 means she does fall on that last hit, as I described.
All right.
Thank you, Modron. All right, so she ends up falling. At least 10 feet, so give me a d6 as she hits this side of the tree.
3.
She takes 3 damage. She then gets a DC 10 plus 20 to catch herself on the side of that tree, so she's got a DC 30 a check, which she rolls another natural 1, which means she goes all the way down to the bottom, which is another 40 feet to the bottom, and lands prone. So she's another 4d6 as she lands on the ground for 16 damage.
Yep.
All right, so that's 80, 93. She's still moving.
Still conscious?
She's still conscious, and she's right underneath Henry.
Oh, she's next to the bow then. She's like right by her buddy's bow.
She is right next to the bow.
For what it's worth for her.
All right, scorpions. This thing's just in the fight of its life. It's attacking the tentacles and attacking the illusory bug, the illusory mouse, and it just doesn't know. The scorpion brute is dead. We're just going to remove that from the initiative. Zephyros.
Zephyros heard Faroesae talking about the scorpion creatures, right? But
Yeah.
But did Zephyros say anything about the swarm? Should we be avoiding the swarm, damaging the swarm?
The swarms have some resistance to fire and cold.
Okay.
The guy underneath is alive. So, like, if we can do damage to them without damage to him, that would be ideal.
Okay. So what Zephyros is going to do, he's going to throw an intensified, empowered electric fireball,
Okay.
and he's going to land it somewhere here.
The bug zapper. All right.
So he wants to catch this guy, some of these guys, maybe even the guy behind him.
The guy behind's a good guy.
Oh, is the guy behind a good guy? Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was a bad guy. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
The guy who's crucified with the tree. Now, the fireballs are 3-dimensional, so you could, and the swarms are big, so you could catch the tops of 3 of the swarms without hitting him.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good to me.
Okay,
That would be excellent.
And we'll call this fireball Bug Zapper.
Yeah.
So this is an intensified, empowered electric fireball.
Wow, it even misses Bookerbeck. That's awesome.
You need swarm reflex saves.
Yeah. First, let's do the SR on the
Scorptaur?
on the
Archer?
Scorptaur. Yeah.
Right, so this is going to be a spell level 3 plus 2 for evocation again, so that's a 25. So 1d20 plus
The
25.
swarms also have SR, but I think you automatically crack it. Check.
All right, let's hope I get a better roll than normal. Did I say 25? I think I did.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, 25. Why does that feel too much? That doesn't feel right. Or did I just roll piss poor the previous time?
You probably shouldn't have a 25 on breaking your SR.
Oh, yeah, sorry, that's right. I rolled a 25 the previous roll. It's 1d20 plus 5, my mistake. I thought 25 seemed too much.
Oh, you keep the roll. So 15, what's the bonus?
The bonus is spell level 3 plus 2 for evocation, 5.
No,
20.
no, you're thinking DC. You're trying to crack SR. These things have natural resistance. So your caster level's 13 for evocation.
I rolled the wrong thing. You're right. It's two
spell-
sacred bonus.
Spell penetration, greater spell penetration, and
Right.
sacred bonus.
So that was 22 plus 2 is 20. So 24 total. So 1d20 plus 24. Sorry about that. So 24 plus 15.
30, oh.
What?
39.
39.
24 seems too high. Let's go through the math again.
All right.
13 is your caster level. You add you add 2 for spell penetration. We just did this like 15
Yeah,
minutes
yes,
ago.
yeah. I
2 for spell penetration, 2 for greater spell penetration.
Greater spell penetration.
And what does the sacred eye give you?
Gives me
Plus 1 or
2
2?
sacred bonus.
So 6. So you're at
So
plus
6.
19. You rolled a 15, which means you cracked it. Okay.
All right.
Now I need DC the DC of your fireball.
Yeah, the DC of the fireball will be a caster level check. So spell level is 3, plus 2 for evocation is 5. So 1d20 plus 5, I think.
Well, it's not a D20.
Yeah, we must be late because we're forgetting how to play.
What am I doing? Yeah, it must be like, yeah, my brain's failing me here. I'm sorry.
The DC of your spell is 20 plus evocation for.
It's not a d20, you're right. Evocation is plus 2, I think. What's going on here? Why is my brain failing me now?
2 for evocation, and you didn't spend a fortune point or a point, right? You're one of your mage's points. Okay.
No, not yet. No.
Okay, so it's 22 plus spell level, which is a fireball, which is 3. So,
Which is 3, yeah.
25 is the
25, yeah.
Okay. The archer makes his save again. He ducks behind the tree, and then the stupid swarms, I think, are getting zapped. Yeah. They need to roll nat 20s. One of them does. Okay.
Of course.
All right. The damage for this is what?
13d6 plus 5 times plus half. So.
Because it's empowered.
Yeah, it is a what's the right word here? Intensified empowered electric fireball.
All right. I'm gonna get a calculator because swarms. So the archer who made his save takes 25 damage.
So it would be 50, but he also needs to take for the. So it's 75.
Yeah, 75 divided by 2, so 37.
Divide by 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
37. All right, he got zapped, and then the swarms take an additional 50% from this because they're swarms.
So 75 times 1.5.
So you did 112 damage save for half against the swarms, which even if they make their save, they get bug zapped. So you killed 3 of the swarms.
Nice.
Very nice. That
Very
is
nice.
very, very good. Swarms are annoying.
Very nice.
And the other ones, yeah, you can see the creature Crojan underneath, and the spikes through his person. All right, good attack.
Yeah,
Book-
that was very effective.
Bukerbeck sees Krojan. Oh, we know you. And he's going to scramble down to Krojan and take one of the spikes out of his arms. He's able to he's able on his second attempt to pry it out. Ugh. The Scorpion Folk Archer, I think after getting zapped...
The Scorpion Folk what?
Archer.
What? How can you be an archer without a bow?
Oh, I see what
Yeah,
you mean.
he-
He still has a quiver. He still has an arrow.
I was like, what
He's
are you
just,
talking
he's
about?
just a
Great.
Scorpion Folk.
Yeah, first of all, it's pronounced Scorptaur. Is the preferred nomenclature here too.
I think he's like he scrambles down the tree and is running away.
Oh hell no.
Unacceptable.
The Scorpion Folk Cleric who fell on her face. It's got single-digit hit points. She knows there's casters around.
Although they can take notes for shit tonight, apparently.
Mercy is what she's saying. She's saying it in the direction of the of Faroesae, because you are like bard songing, and then she turns to kind of the vague direction of where Henry is. Mercy. She's gone full defense. And then stands from prone. Gets up on her legs. And a couple of her legs are like not operating properly, and she's cut to smithereens, and it looks like she wants to leave. Faroesae.
I will take a 5-foot step in.
Is there SR on your spell?
Oh, I'm pretty sure there is. Cloak Dreams. Spell resistance, yes.
Okay, so you need to make this is like when you first cast the spell, you actually made this roll.
Yeah.
You roll once for the spell. Duh.
34.
All right, what's the will save or fall asleep?
That is a good question. It is 24.
She was a divine caster, so there is hope.
Technically, I think she only needs to make this on her turn if she starts or ends her movement.
Starts or ends? Okay, all right.
However, the other thing I'm going to do is pop out of invisibility by performing a sleep hex on her.
Okay.
So we'll give her the gauntlet of rolls.
Sleep hexes are supernatural abilities, so SR does not apply.
SR does not apply, and it's a DC 24 will save.
Okay. She gets a 33 on her save,
Okay.
so she doesn't fall asleep because of your hex.
I'll just say sleep. Sleep.
She doesn't want to.
No, that makes sense.
The swarm disappears into the tree. They seem to have been startled by perhaps the by the
Bug
lightning,
zapper.
by the bug zapper. Thurgus.
Oh, what to do? Faroesae, you want me to end her?
Feel free.
Oh, great. Love it.
Mercy. Oh, Faye. Faye, we've always been friends of Faye. We outcasts of this world.
Oh, sorry, Abomination says what?
Outcasts, yes, but not all outcasts are friends. I fly solo. with these jerks.
Thurgus, what are you doing?
I'm making a ranged attack. I just gotta.
Oh, you're doing
my
your sharding,
bonus
your
on
sharding blade.
Yep, my bonus on ranged attacks is just a little bit different.
When you say that, she glances down at the bow, like, oh, maybe I could pick up the bow and use it.
Yeah, maybe.
All right.
Maybe. If only I had arrows.
20 plus 33. My range increment is 10 feet. So that's one. So she's 5. She's within 3 range increments, right?
Yes, she's at...
So it's -4.
Yeah.
And she stood up. Is that correct? So she's no longer prone.
She's no longer prone, and she took a full defense.
Awesome. Good to know. 34 to hit.
You hit by 2.
Oh,
She wasn't.
love it.
She's not very armored, as the picture would suggest.
Well, it's not as much as a melee attack would be, but it's still greater baned.
This.
50 points of damage.
Yeah, you a smoking hole right through her torso. She had 7 hit points left. She dies with mercy on her lips,
Oh, well.
but evil in her heart.
Oops. I want the space bar, right? That's where I plant that. Okay, so that's 60 feet.
Are you running into the tentacles?
Yeah, I got freedom of movement. I'm gonna run through the tentacles.
Okay, you're taking AOO from the stinger poison, from the big scorpion.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
That's one move. Because my move speed's 60
AC
feet.
37 as the stinger comes in.
Ooh, that'll do it.
Oh shit.
23 damage.
Okay, we'll call that 13.
Okay, and delay poison. Basically, many hours from now, you have to make a fort save.
I don't make the fort save now?
No.
Oh, okay.
You can, so we don't have to track it, but yeah, DC 22 fort save.
Yeah, I'm a plus 24, so not a 1. I'll take a second move, and then I'll take my hasted attack against this guy.
Right. He's got a lot of images. Like, he's prepared to... It looks like he wants to follow the archer without a bow.
Yeah, that's fine. 20 plus... What am I at? 38 minus 5 for a second attack. 36 to hit.
Would have hit. Tagged an image.
Okay. Understood.
There.
That's it for me.
Yep. And it looks like they want to flee. Makranum is helping Bukerbeck, Professor.
I will make a fly hasted move. Let's see. I need to.
Here's your black tentacles failing to grab the Hellstinger Scorpion.
Yeah, that's fine.
But they're providing so much movement that the thing is just dumbly attacking.
What is hasted fly? It's like 100, right?
It's
90.
90. So I'll be like over here. I'm trying to get in range of the guy fleeing. I will quick draw a grease wand. Can you describe like the rocky terrain these guys are in? Is it big boulders around, or is it mostly just like screen?
There's a hill that is jutting out of, and let me change the map for a moment. The surrounding terrain for miles around looks like this.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a hill with rocks on it that the big Knot of Woe is growing out of.
Okay.
If you go one way, if you go several miles one way, you're going to get to more rocky terrain. If you go several, like maybe a few hundred yards in towards the Cinderlands, you would probably be into the Cinderlands. Maybe a mile. It's like a mile to where you don't see any more of these really ancient dead trees.
Is there? It doesn't sound like there's probably enough purchase, or maybe on the one close by the tree here for like a web to take hold.
You have stuff to anchor against this guy. This guy is running close enough to a tree that you could try to web them both.
Yeah, I'm gonna do then a dual spell casting, or not dual spell casting. I'm gonna do the other one so I can use the wand in my hand, magic combat, and do grease and web.
Who are you greasing?
I'm gonna grease in front of the guy who's running away. I'll get him a little bit so that he has to deal with it, but I want to make him have to go through difficult terrain.
All right,
If he keeps running.
I think the battle is well won in hand. So I'm going to describe the rest of this. The professor keeps the one big scorpion busy, while also webbing and entangling and greasing these two scorpion folk that cannot outrun a hasted Thurgus that has freedom of movement. Faroesae, are you helping? Are you helping like just chase them down mercilessly?
Yes.
Okay.
I can put some sleep on them occasionally. If,
Yeah. So
at least once we can try and
Faroesae
sleep
manages to, much to Thurgus's chagrin, puts this one to sleep before you are able to go and stab at it. You kind of trample over it as you wade through the webs to get at the other scorpion folk archer. It takes a couple of attacks against you before you smite it. This one starts to wake up from your trampling over it, just time enough for you to completely eviscerate it. Again, you stab it a couple of extra times because you're trying to separate them at this spot where their human parts end and their scorpion parts begin. Bukerbeck and Mockernam managed to free Krojan and are probably strong enough to bring him down just to the main area. This Hellstinger scorpion fights until it just gets too tired, and then it just sort of scuttles off if you're gonna let it. I don't know if there's a
Nah, I think we'll kill it.
Zephyrus
Thurgus
with
is
a
gonna let it
couple
go?
of fireballs
No.
and a bunch of thrown like weapon crystals out of your blade managed to blast the Hellfire
There we go.
scorpion.
That's more like
Down.
us.
Yes.
Yeah, there we go.
All right, now it's time to deal with that rat.
Right.
I'll start going to town on that with a pick.
Right. The rat. You face the rat. I think who failed? It was
I did.
Zephyrus.
Zephyrus is like, why is nobody fighting the rat?
Shall I take? Is the rat on our side? And everyone has a good laugh at the telepathic bond that Zephyrus can't see the illusion.
Nearly killed the other good guy, nearly attacked
Right.
the rat.
And for a brief moment, all things are quiet at the Knot of Woe. For some reason, the tendril of fate that is being plucked or pulled by Zellara seems to transfer from Thurgus to Krojan. You suspect. At first, you're like jealous, like I'm the big guy who did things, like Thurgus, but maybe he'll now do a thing.
I trust Zellara.
Yep.
Seems like he's important. Zellara said so, and I don't piss her off.
Faroesae? Faroesae?
Yes.
You can hear you can hear these urging pulses from the Dream Lotus Pixel that turned into a tree and is touching one of the roots of the ancient Knot of Woe, a tree that is older than the pearls themselves. For Faroesae knows, and the word Yggdrasil went across her thoughts for those that are in the telepathic bond.
Faroesae? I got something to tell you.
Yes. Yes.
I
Tell me, Pixel.
think there's a little bit of life still in the tree.
Oh. A bit of Yggdrasil's life still in it.
Yeah. I don't think it's happy.
Oh, probably not. Disconnected from itself, isn't it?
But it wants something.
Huh. Well, we all want something. Maybe, though, if with its plane-spanning powers, it wants something that would help us too.
I don't know. Can I come out of the ground now? Is it safe?
It's safe, yes.
Okay, she turns back from a tree into a little fey creature.
Is Yggdrasil a plant? Or like, is it a tree?
Give me one more knowledge, planes or religion. One of the two.
We'll
I'll
do
auto aid in the bond.
planes. Yeah. 51.
Yggdrasil is a plant and god? It's one of these forces that was so strong that the myths go that it grew its branches into the heavens, its trunk through the middle of the plains, and its roots were strong enough to survive the evilest and harshest places of the lower plains. It is the world tree and was, during its time, a very interesting and kind of backwoods way, pun intended, of traversing the plains.
Yeah.
Gods have been stapled to this tree before. Sacrifices have been made, and this tree is, at one time or another, and maybe even right now, has been worshipped as a entity and has granted spells. Although in its current shape, you are uncertain as to the type of magic that it would be bestowing, if anything. Pixel, with her brief time of growing roots into the ground, has sensed that there may still be life in the old girl, despite her decrepit looks and despite having been cut off.
I do have a once per day speak with plants.
Yeah, you do.
Okay.
Let's talk to a god.
I have used it once before. I think I will
Marty
give
was
it
totally
a try.
ready for that. Sounds
All
like
right.
something we'll do next session.
No, we're going to end the session with what Pixel or what Faroesae. Where are you going to go to speak with the plant? You're
trying
figuring.
to find a part of it that seems most likely to be alive.
It's probably in the center.
Yeah, near the center, but I'm going to ask for some help to shoo away scorpions.
All right, so Zephyros launches an electric fireball boogaloo into the hollow of the tree, zapping all of the bugs.
Seems legit.
Maybe roasting a bit of the treasure, but yeah. All right. Scorpion corpses go flying out. Yeah, these creatures had a little hovel in here. There is a bit of a shrine, but you go a little bit deeper, and you're able to wiggle into places where these large creatures weren't. And then you find a spot where you're like, as a carpenter, like, you shape wood and stuff, right?
Yeah.
You see a spot where you're like, that brown is a live brown.
Yeah.
And you place your hand upon it, and strange moss begins to grow between your fingers. As you're placing your hand in front of it, the moss begins to die and grow again. And you catch the sense that this thing has seen so many seasons.
Hello, Yggdrasil.
The connection... At first you say hello, but then the spell takes a moment to grab a hold of you. And it's almost like Yggdrasil's casting the spell on you and you not on it. You get this strange and wonderful sensation of eons, life, all places of agony, places of ecstasy, and it's growing. It reached into places of light, eternal darkness. It has reached into squirmy places, had things growing on it, in it, around it. It's been sawed, hacked, cut, regrown, creatures have lived and died in it. No, those